Hello, welcome to Smartboard 101. I'm your host, Robert Rocha. I'm an instructional technology specialist with the El Paso Independent School District. In today's segment, we're going to be talking about Inkaware. Inkaware is a tool that comes with their Smartboard software. It allows you to interact with up to 550 different software programs. However, today though, we're going to focus on using Inkaware in Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. What Inkaware allows you to do, it allows you to open up a document such as Microsoft Word and allows you to either print or to handwrite letters or words and embed those actually into the document itself. It also allows you to put your notes as an image. It gives you the option of either adding it as an image or adding it as an actual text, a typewritten text. So let's go and take a look and see how this actually works for a smartboard. But I do want to take a moment, though, to let you know that my smartboard that I have here is a smartboard overlay over a TV set. And so it kind of interacts a little bit differently than it would with your actual smartboard. So I'm going to kind of let you know how it changes between my smartboard and what you have in your classroom. The way it works in your classroom will work flawlessly. So please bear with me, the little things that happen on my particular screen that happens here. I get a lot of misbehaviors on my computer screen, but I'm not going to let that stop me from presenting this to you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up a Microsoft Word document. And I have a 2007 Microsoft Word document. And again, this works for 2003 XP or even 2010 on the Microsoft objects. Now here I've got my Word document opened up. And if I simply want to start writing on this document here, I simply pick up my pen. Now, normally in our district, we have the 600 series boards, and so we have 4 different pens. We have a black pen, a green pen, a blue, and a red. Now, whatever pen that you choose, let's say I have a red pen, when I write, it's going to write with the red ink, and when it puts it into the actual text, it's going to be that red text. So whatever color pen that you choose, it's going to embed it in that particular color. Now, if my overlay screen only have one pen and the one color is black, however, I could go and change it if I wanted to, but for the purposes of our presentation, I'm just going to leave it as being black. And so normally, once you open up 2007 or 2010 and you pick up your pen, you normally would get a screen here, a little small floating toolbar that has some different options. On mine, it's not going to show up until I actually start writing something here on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and start writing something on the board, and as soon as I leave off, I'm going to get this set of tools that are right here. Now, the first set of tools that I have is going to be like a little squiggly line. Now, if I choose that option after I wrote my line here, that squiggly line allows my image or my scribble to be added as an image, where I can actually go ahead and move that image on the document itself. It's kind of like a picture I'm putting on top of it. The next option I have, you see, is the letter A, or 2 letter A's in red and black. And so the red and black allows me to insert my handwritten text into a typed text if I wanted to add it as typed text. The next option I have, of course, is my camera option, which allows me to go ahead and to save my whatever changes I had to my ink notes. And of course, I have my undo button, and I have a settings button that's right there. Now, what's really neat about this, and one thing you have to be aware of, is whatever I add to my document here, it puts it as a permanent part of that document. It doesn't, after I close it up, it saves everything. So make sure that as you're working on your document that you want those changes saved. So what you might want to do if you want to preserve your original document is go ahead and rename the edited document on your smartboard here. Go ahead and change that name to something else. If we have time, I'll go and show you today how to do that. So let's go ahead and see how this actually works again. Let's go and take you through the process. So right now I have my little squiggly line that I have here. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to insert that as a picture. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to put my pen back on my tray, and I'm going to go back up to my cursor here, and I'm going to click on Smartboard Toolbar Insert as an Image. I'm going to click on that, and now it's saving the page, and then inserted that particular document as an image. If I click on it now, if I can get that to click here, and it's not, let me try this one more time up here. There it goes. Now you can see I've got the little bitty window here letting me know that that is a particular document. I can move that floating around anywhere I want to because it's an actual image. If I wanted to, I can enlarge that. If I wanted to go enlarge it by grabbing the little bitty dots and squares that I have here. Now, if I click out of this, it's now a permanent part of that particular page if I decide to save it. If I don't decide to save it, of course, my changes are not going to be there. So let's go and do another option here. Let me go and type in some numbers. Let's see here. Let's say Inkaware class quiz of Microsoft Office. I'm going to put 2007. So notice where my cursor at. It's floating by the E that's right there. So I'm going to go back to my computer here, and I'm going to type in a space bar, about 2 spaces on that. And so I'm going to grab my pen again. I'm going to go and write the word or the letters, or sorry, the numbers 2007. So go 2007. I put my pen back down. There's my floating toolbar. I'm going to go and choose the red A, the second option, the red A and the black A. When I click on that, it puts it as a typed text into my Word document. And so if I wanted to, I can even write a word. And let me go and type it again. I'm going to type in our district acronym, EPISD. I'm going to go in anywhere over here, EPIS and D. And I don't have the best handwriting, so let's hopefully it kind of recognizes it and puts that as a typed text. And it almost did. It recognized the E as another type of fancy letter there. And so wasn't perfect on that, but that's okay, because now that it's a typed text, I can always move my cursor to that, and I can go back and delete that and put in the regular typed text of an E and change it around if I want to go and do that. So this pretty much wraps it up in how we use Inkaware with a Microsoft Office document. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can kind of use that in your classroom. Thank you.